Hello and welcome to Miss of Time Emporium. I'm Joni and today we'll be taking a look at the Broken Mirror Tarot. This is the 5th edition and this is the Emerald edition, which comes in the green box and with the green edges. Now I do know there's other editions. I know there's an obsidian and a sapphire, and there's another one that's based on the Marseille that's more of a pip deck. So we'll put a link below. This was purchased through Kickstarter. So it came, when you got the deck through Kickstarter, it came with an extra card, the Peacock card, and then a couple of little black and white cards as well. I know this is the Lover's card. So this deck says, this tarot deck is inspired by the mystique of medieval European stained glass. And it does come with a booklet. It's a very basic booklet, just some keywords and phrases. For instance, the Tower. You came to the 17th window, which read destruction. You see the thunder. The tsunami is going to cover the sky. Peoples are shouting. They shouted how they come to hear. It was a blessed land, full of flowers and other plants. They traveled across the ocean to this place. They thought this was the gift from God. They built a tower here. Highlight their conquest. Who knows? This is actually the back of the sleeping monster. Now it woke up. So a little bit of English lost in translation going on there. Just wanted to warn you. But the cards, as you can see, it's a very pretty deck. These are the card backs. And I've put them in order because these cards are very busy cards. And some of the cards, even if you're familiar with the standard RWS suits, they're a little bit hard to recognize. Now, the title is here and the number is here. It's, again, just very difficult because it's black type on a dark gray background, so it's hard to read. But so standard set of majors and suits, court cards, that kind of thing. Again, based on the RWS, but definitely has that stained glass look to it. And each of the decks, I know the Obsidian deck was a darker deck, more gray tones and things like that. And the imagery is different imagery. This is a linen cardstock, very flexy. So for instance, on this Hermit card, when you first look at it, you're like, oh, there's a cup. Oh, there's the Hermit. So it takes a little bit of, and this is the Wheel of Fortune, but when you first see it, you're like, oh, the Sun card, the Moon card. Once you step through and you know that this is, what is this? Justice. Oh, there we go. Then, you know, hopefully you remember. I have actually passed this deck on to Ashley because it's a little bit of a struggle for me. She really loves this deck. Death, a little more obvious. You know, again, to me, I'm sort of searching, like, is this a coin card? What card is this? And, you know, when you get to here, you recognize that it's Temperance, but it's a little bit of where's Waldo kind of thing for me. Again, Ashley just absolutely loves the deck. It is beautiful imagery. But here again, I would not know that this was the World card just by looking at it. And then, you know, the batons look like batons, the wands. Sorry for the noise in the background. It's later in the day again, and where it's a little more active around here. But again, see here, I think the batons get lost in the imagery a little bit. It's a very slippy deck as well, so it's going to be a breeze to shuffle. The cups are easier to read in this deck to me because they have that blue background with the gold cups. It's pretty easy to identify them right off the bat. Now I struggle more with the swords suit because here my eye instantly goes to the water, and then it's like, oh, there's the swords. Again here, because of the imagery here, it takes me a while to see that the swords are there. And again, I don't know that I would necessarily know that this was the page and this was the knight before referencing the bottom of the card. Again, the coins, pretty easy to spot. If you have any questions about this deck, please feel free to leave it in the comment section below. We always appreciate any comments or suggestions that you have. Thank you for walking through the deck with me today. I just want to point out that the stones that we have on our table today, this is aventurine. I love aventurine because I read somewhere that it has the energy of first spring, you know, that first very pale yellow green leaf, the joy, that kind of feeling, and I just love that. It's also a great healing stone, both emotionally and physically. And this is spinel, green spinel, which I always use as a heart stone, a heart healer. Any deep green stones like green tourmaline, those are really great to wear in pendants over your heart for some good heart healing. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.